Hello and welcome to my September collection update, where I'll be showing you all the merchandise I obtained in September. Yes, there's quite a bit of variety in this. There's Big Finish, there's the books, and of course the new Third Doctor comics, and a little figure item as well. So there's quite a variety of stuff within this collection update, but the main attraction is one of these books. One of these books is a very rare Virgin book. I'm not going to say what range it's from, whether it's a missing adventure or a new adventure. You'll have to wait and see for that. So without further ado, let's kick off this collection. Figure wise, we have the San Diego Comic Con set for 2011, the River Song and the Pandorica chair. Now I can't remember for the life of me why I didn't get it back in 2011, probably because it was a time the Series 6 figures were coming out and I thought I'd probably get more figures instead of paying like 35 quid for this, and I could get what, 4 or 5 figures, so I thought I'd get the figures instead. But now I've got the Pandorica chair in hand. I've got to say it's really nice. It's really nice that you can put, you know, your 11th Doctor figure in there. I put the 13th Doctor set one in because I just think he looks better in there instead of the standard one, but I'll probably display the standard one in there once I build the Pandorica around it. And the River Song figure, she's quite nice little differences with the sort of added jacket and of course the gloved hands. I'm thinking of reviewing it as well, just to add a bit more figure content, but overall I've got to say it's rather nice, and I cannot wait to build the Pandorica around it because that's a thing I've been wanting to do for ages. So I'll quickly build that and I'll show you what it looks like. So there it is, sort of half built around the 11th Doctor. So now let's go on to the other bit of merchandise. Big Finish. Of course, I'm a subscriber, so I managed to get this month's subscription audio, Maker of Demons, the last story in the Ace and Mel trilogy. Now, I'm quite behind with the monthly range stories because I haven't listened to Fiesta of the Damned yet, so this is going to have to wait on the back burner for a little bit. Just because I haven't really been listening to Big Finish. I haven't listened to like Big Finish for about 2 weeks, which is quite scandalous for me really, but nevertheless, I'm quite excited about this because this is probably my most intriguing story out of the Ace and Mel trilogy, because it just sounds very much like a 7th Doctor story with him being quite manipulative and what have you. So I'm hoping that this story really just shows the darker aspects of the 7th Doctor, because that's when I enjoy the 7th Doctor the most. I'm not really a fan of him being the clown. I love the dark brooding side of the 7th Doctor, so if there's like a dark 7th Doctor story, I'm bound to love it, and hopefully that this follows suit and it's not just him being a bit of a clown, because Life of Crime definitely did go down the clownish route, but I'm sure I'll talk about that in the review, because I would like to review the Ace and Mel trilogy in the space of a week. So like Monday, Life of Crime; Thursday, Fiesta of Damned; then Saturday, Maker of Demons. That's just a little plan. Obviously still got to listen to Fiesta of Damned and Maker of Demons, so that's going to be quite a while. Another Big Finish release, what should be here, is Agents of Chaos, but because Big Finish have had sort of issues with the discs, I think it is, like mastering the discs, something along the lines, they've had to push it into October, meaning Doom Coalition 3, I shudder, it's been pushed forward to September. So in this collection update there should be Agents of Chaos, but you can just imagine it's there, Agents of Chaos there. Yeah, that's beside the point. They did have a sale on one of my favourite ranges, the Companion Chronicles, which is a range I just absolutely adore. If you know me, I do love the Companion Chronicles, and they had a sale, and I sort of felt quite sad because I would love to get loads of Companion Chronicles because they're a good price of £5. I mean, most of them are about £3 on Amazon, but yeah, I managed to take advantage of this, but I didn't have much money because most of my money went on the 1971 annual, which I have no regrets spending money on because it's just a fabulous item for my collection. So that meant that I could only afford 2 Companion Chronicles, and I picked up the Darkening Eye, which has been intriguing me for a while because obviously the Darth Trader is featured in the Death Collectors of 7th Doctor audio, which is quite an intriguing story, and the Darth Traders themselves are such a unique and sort of very intriguing monster, so it'd be really nice to see if this story does expand on them, and the idea of the story sounds brilliant. And I recently reviewed The Toy, a Sarah Sutton short trip. I'm not sure if the review of that is out, but if it is, I'll put an annotation there. If not, it'll be my next video review of the toy. So I'm not going to say my thoughts on that, but I thought this would be quite an intriguing one to get because it might expand on the Darth Traders. So yeah, that'd be quite interesting to listen to. And of course, I've been going through a Nyssa phase. Of course, I met Sarah Sutton, so I'm just loving Nyssa right now. And I got the Dying Light, the second story of the Quadriga Stoin trilogy. I'm not sure if it's got like a specific title, but I think the only thing that really links them is Terry Molloy's character Quadriga Stoin, what first appeared in the beginning. So this is the second, and then the last one is, I think, called Luna Roman, or Double Disc one. So it'll be quite intriguing to listen to that story. And of course, Nick Wallace wrote the first story in Series 3 of the Early Adventures, which sounds quite good actually, but I don't have it. So I'm not really interested in getting them just yet. So yeah, this will be an interesting one. Seems to be getting alright reviews, so it'll be interesting going into this one because I don't know too much about it. Magazine wise, I picked up a Doctor Who magazine and I got the third variant cover with the 80s Cyberman. I would have liked to have got the first cover with the 10th Planet Cyberman and the Tomb Cyberman design. I thought that'd be a really good cover, but I'm glad I didn't get the fourth cover with the rather strange and quite podgy new series Cybermen. But I'm quite happy with this actually, because I do like the Silver Nemesis design, and it's a really good issue because it basically does a nice little overview of the Cyberman adventures. It's got a nice little Cyberman sort of comic strip there, which is really nice. And of course the next issue is all about Power of the Daleks, so it's a nice little commemorative sort of issue celebrating 50 years of the Cybermen. September is a good month if you're a Third Doctor fan like me, because we've got the Third Doctor comics. Last year we had the Third Doctor Adventures in the form of Big Finish with Tim Treloar, and now we have a 5-part adventure with the Third Doctor spread over 5 months, which I'm just incredibly happy about because this is the first time I have delved into Titan comics. I would love to get the 9th Doctor comics because I've just had this sort of craving to have more 9th Doctor, so I'm tempted to get some more 9th Doctor stuff, so I'd like to get the 9th Doctor comics to see what they are, because apparently they're fantastic. But I'll probably get that in the volume form because I think the Third Doctor deserves, you know, the individual issues, because there's just so many fabulous covers, which I'll show you in a minute. I mean, the artwork is just superb. I just love it. And just I've had a quick little read through it, and they've just really captured, you know, the characters within it. Haven't read it all yet, so I look forward to reading that. Will I be doing a video on the Third Doctor comics? Absolutely. I won't be doing it as an individual review. I will overview the series, so I'll probably go like my least favourite issue to my favourite issue from the series. So I'll overview that once the series has concluded or story has concluded, and then I will do an overview on the Third Doctor comics. So this is the sort of main cover, which I just think is absolutely gorgeous. I love this cover. I'm tempted to get it framed. And then the other comic cover I got was the photo one, because I've got to get it because it's got a Sea Devil on and the Ice Warriors. And I think it's rather nice because it's got the Third Doctor and his companions there, missing Yates and Corporal Bell, but I can live with that, I guess. Yeah, I don't get why the Ice Lord and the Ice Warrior are hovering. Maybe because of that call they can do that. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I thought Jo would be highlighted because obviously she's the companion in the story, but I'm not complaining because Sarah Jane's awesome. And then the final cover I got was this, cover C. I just love it. I just love that sort of drawing of the Third Doctor. It just looks fantastic. Love it. So there we are, the Third Doctor comics. I cannot wait to start looking into these and just start reading them, because I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of fun with these experiences. On to the books Doctor. Now. I've picked up 2 past Doctor books, and then the rest are Virgin Missing Adventures. Yeah, I've been meaning to get into the past Doctor books and Virgin Missing Adventures because I've just been really interested in some of the stories, I have to say, because I just think I need some more classic Doctor Who books, because mostly my book collection is new series, so I feel that I really need to get some classic Doctor books. So first book up is The Devil Goblins of Neptune, the first book from the past Doctor adventure line. And I've got to say, I really do like the cover. I mean, they get a lot of stick, the past Doctor book covers, because they're just generic with a vortex, with Dr. Vare and the monster there. But I really like it because it's nice, simplistic design, and it just is quite nice actually. What do I know about the story? I don't know too much about it, so I'm basically going into this quite cold turkey really. I know that it's quite gruesome and quite horrific, but that's all I know. But I know that it's very much in the style of season 7, so that'll be quite interesting because I do love season 7. So the next nice past Doctor book is Zeta Major, 5th Doctor book. Yes, very interesting. It seems that the 5th Doctor does have a lot of sequels from the 4th Doctor era, because this is a sequel from Planet of Evil. Now, Planet of Evil was sort of a Marmite story for me. I sometimes can watch it and really love it, and other times I'm just like, no. So it'll be interesting to see where this book falls within it. Whether this is going to be better than Planet of Evil, I don't know. But the 5th Doctor does get a lot of 4th Doctor sort of sequels, because obviously he had Butcher of Brisbane being a sequel to Talons of Weng-Chiang, Eldrad Must Die being a sequel to The Hand of Fear, and I'm sure there's another one, I'm not quite sure off my top of my head, but those are the only 2 I can think of straight off the bat. But yeah, this will be quite an interesting one to read. A lot of stuff happens to Nyssa within this, and Nyssa gets quite a raw ordeal from what I've heard about it, so it'll be quite interesting to read that. So yeah, very interested in Zeta now Major. Onto the Virgin Missing Adventures. Now these, people say Virgin Missing Adventures are quite hard books to get, but if you look in the right places, you can find them for very cheap prices. So kicking off with the Virgin Missing Adventures, we have Gough Opperly, first book in the series. Now I believe that this is a sequel to Blood Harvest, a 7th Doctor book from the New Adventures line, and I think it is also a sequel to The State of Decay. I'm not sure if it is, but yeah, it's by Paul Cornell, so it's going to be a pretty good story, because Paul Cornell is a fantastic writer, and obviously he's recently done the 3rd Doctor comics, and I've got to say I really do love the cover, nice illustration of the 5th Doctor, and Nyssa just looks creepy. Apparently there was a variant of the cover with Nyssa with all blood spattered on the top, but WH was like, no, we're not selling that if it's got all blood on. But yeah, this would be a perfect book to read around Halloween time, because it'd be just nice. And apparently this is a good book if you're a fan of, the vampiric stuff in Doctor Who. I love Project Twilight, it's probably one of my favourite Big Finish audios. So it'll be interesting to see if this beats Project Twilight. So yeah, it'd be very interesting. I'm very excited to read that, but I'll probably have to pick up Blood Harvest first. Next up for the Virgin Misadventures is System Shock, a book I don't really know much about, so I'm sort of going into this one sort of blind, because I don't really know anything about it. I know that there's a sequel to this called Millennium Shock, which is meant to be a superb book, and this one's meant to be superb. They're both meant to be fantastic books, so I cannot wait to experience that, because they're probably some of the best 4th Doctor books, supposedly. It's got quite a creepy cover. Just look at that, that looks rather creepy, doesn't it? Sarah Jane looks rather badass. I know I've got a little bit of damage there, but I'm not really that fussed actually. Nice illustration of the 4th Doctor. It's quite a thick book by Justin Richards, so it should be a good story, because Justin Richards is a fantastic writer. Yeah, don't know too much about it, but I look forward to reading it nonetheless. Next Virgin Missing Adventure is a book I sort of had to get for simple reasons, obvious reasons once you see the book. And it is The Scales of Injustice. Now, obviously this was reprinted in 2015, part of the Monster Collection series with the new Silurian on the cover. But I thought, no, I won't get the reprint. I will get the original, because it's got the lovely 3rd Doctor on, and I just prefer the artwork on this, really. And this book has really sort of piqued my interest, because obviously it's apparently meant to flesh out Warriors of the Deep, how the Doctor knows Iktar from Warriors of the Deep. Obviously it features the Silurians, and I think that it features a weird sort of Sea Devil / Silurian sort of hybrid creature within it, so that'd be very interesting to sort of read about. It's supposedly the departure of Liz, how she departed the Unit family. Now Liz is quite an interesting character in the sense that we don't know how she departed. There are so many exits for her. Obviously Big Finish have done a few, and obviously this is the book's interpretation of it, so you've really got to pick which is your favourite of how Liz left the Doctor. This is supposedly the entrance for Captain Mike Yates. Again, Big Finish have explored how Yates joined Unit as well, so those two characters have got a lot of mystery around them, how they joined and how they departed. Well, in the sense of how Liz departed and how Yates joined, really. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. It's very good condition as well. and I just cannot wait to start reading this, because you know, the Sea Devils and the Silurians are my favourite Doctor Who stories of all time, so it'd be nice to have a bit more Silurian and Third Doctor goodness. Yes, very exciting. Killing Ground, what I got for £4. Now somebody on eBay put this on for 127 quid. Who would actually pay 127 quid for this? This doesn't have the rarity of Lungbarrow yet. I managed to get it for £4, so I'm really happy with this, because this is one of my most anticipated Virgin Missing Adventures, because I've heard so many good things about it. I've heard that the Cybermen are really like their 1960s counterparts, and I just love the illustration on the cover. And to me, it just seems like it will fit into the cyber sort of war sort of thing. Well, I heard a lot about, so it'll be quite interesting to see if it does fit into that. I mean, the Cybermen, what I've heard, you know, they're ripping people's arms off. They just seem rather brutal and violent, and it just seems that back to Cybermen to me, that they're brutal. They don't care about the consequences, what happens. I mean, I just can't wait to experience, you know, the Cybermen again, because I just love the Cybermen. The Sixth Doctor, I've heard, can be quite dark in this, in the sense that he contemplates suicide, so that'd be quite interesting to see how Steve Lyons characterises the Sixth Doctor, because obviously Steve Lyons is a fantastic writer. And then it features Grant, who's featured in another Virgin Missing Adventure, one before this, well, the Sixth Doctor, but before this, the Time of Your Lives, which is going to be another good one. And I believe they wanted to do more Grant stories, but obviously I think the license got taken off them, so they couldn't do any more. But yeah, it should be very exciting. It's quite a thin book, so it shouldn't take too long to read, so it'll be quite interesting. Yeah, it just seems like a very interesting book indeed, and I cannot wait to experience this book. On to the rare book. Now, I would say that this is the rarest out of the Virgin Missing Adventures series, and I can only see that this book is going to increase in rarity over the next couple of months, and I think I may have given it away, so let's reveal it. Cold Fusion, yes, I can see that this book is going to increase in rarity and possibly popularity, because obviously Big Finish were adapting this in December. Now, the price I paid for this, I paid 20 quid for this, so I got it for an absolute bargain of a price, because it normally goes for about 30 to 70 quid, so it really does vary on price for this. Now, this book is intriguing because obviously it's a very early story in the Fifth Doctor's tenure. I think it's about 2 days after Castroval or something like that, so it's very early on in the Fifth Doctor's timeline. Yeah, it just seems like it would be a very interesting book. It is structured like a six-parter, I believe, and I wanted to experience Cold Fusion before the adaptation, so hopefully I can read this before the adaptation and review it before the adaptation comes out, and then once the adaptation's out I can compare both of them and see which is the ultimate version of Cold Fusion to experience. I think that would be quite a nice video to do. So you people will know what is the ultimate version of Cold Fusion to experience. I mean, the blurb just sounds rather funny. If I just read you like the first line, the entire universe is at stake, and I'm locked here with another incarnation of myself, and not even a good one. So that, I hope the Fifth Doctor is, the Seventh Doctor is saying that, because I've heard there is a lot of bickering between the Seventh Doctor and the Fifth Doctor. And just to hear that, because obviously not many people like the Fifth Doctor, people say he's like the worst classic Doctor, so I think that'd be quite funny, the Seventh Doctor saying that, and I can't wait to experience the Seventh Doctor's reaction when he notices the Fifth Doctor going, oh god, it's a bland one. I think that'd be a great little sort of scene when they first encounter. Yeah, I've got to say I do love the cover as well. I think they've got mastered the illustrations. Nice illustration of Starboy there. Look at the face of that. Oh, Adric. So yeah, I cannot wait to experience this and start reading it, and hopefully review it. I would love to review this. Hopefully I can read it in time and get a review out before December. Fingers crossed. So there's a rare book, Cold Fusion. What I managed to get for 20 quid. I mean, it's not in bad condition. The spine's a bit creased, but that's what you've got to come to expect with these paperback books. They do crease quite easy. So yeah, it's be very exciting to read Cold Fusion, because this is one of my most anticipated Virgin Missing Adventures as well. So there we are, the rare book Cold Fusion. So that concludes this collection update video. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching it and seeing all the lovely Doctor Who goodies I've picked up over September. And yeah, my next video will be a review of the Big Finish story, The Toy, a short trip story exclusive to the Complete History series. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in that video. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.